A Tampa teenager is now being called the mastermind behind a Twitter hack that impacted high-profile accounts like former President Obama, Joe Biden, and Elon Musk.
In the late morning of July 15, 2020, a teenager sat alone in a modest room in Tampa, Florida. With nothing but a laptop and a restless curiosity, he logged into a private Discord channel where dozens of anonymous hackers traded tips and tales. Outside, the world was locked in a pandemic, scrolling endlessly through social media, desperate for news, for distraction, for hope. But that day, something strange was about to unfold on the world's biggest stage. At 2:36 p.m. Eastern Time, an official tweet appeared from the account of Elon Musk, one of the most closely guarded, most followed accounts on Twitter. "I am giving back to my community. All Bitcoin sent to my address below will be sent back doubled. You send $1,000, I send $2,000. Within minutes, Bill Gates, Barack Obama, Apple, Kanye West, and dozens of other icons followed suit, each posting the same, too good to be true offer. Twitter exploded. Fortune 500 CEOs, presidential candidates, crypto millionaires. Suddenly, they were all pitching the same Bitcoin scheme. Behind the scenes, chaos erupted at Twitter's headquarters. Staff raced to lock down accounts. Phone lines jammed as celebrities and their teams called, panicking. But the tweets kept coming unstoppable, one after another. The world watched, mesmerized and confused. Some sent money, desperate to believe the offer. Others laughed it off as an obvious scam, but almost no one knew the real story. The mastermind wasn't a Russian crime syndicate, nor a shadowy government agency. It was a 17-year-old high school student who, just hours before, had quietly convinced a Twitter employee to click a single link. A phishing link. He'd spent weeks building rapport trading messages, learning the rhythms of Twitter's internal systems. When the dust finally settled, over 130 of the most influential accounts on Earth had been hijacked. Thousands of dollars in Bitcoin had vanished, untraceable. And all it took was a well-crafted funnel, a marketing funnel designed for crime. But what happened that day wasn't random. It was the result of a step-by-step system, a cybercriminal marketing funnel, built and tested in real time on a global stage. Now let's break down that funnel. In the world of online crime, the first move is never random. It's bait disguised as opportunity, urgency, or a whisper from someone you trust. The Twitter hack didn't begin with a brute force attack or a mastermind typing in the dark. It began weeks earlier with a series of innocent-looking messages sent to a handful of Twitter employees. The hackers didn't ask for passwords outright. They started conversations. They built rapport. They asked about work stress, COVID fatigue, remote login systems, anything to lower the guard. Then, when the moment was right, they sent a link. It looked just like a standard Twitter login page. Pixel-perfect, colors and logos matching, a flawless imitation. Only the URL was off in ways you'd only notice if you squinted and triple-checked. One employee clicked. And just like that, the hackers had everything. Internal dashboards, password resets, God mode access to the world's most influential voices. That's the bait. Not a single message, but a campaign. Not random, but systematic, like an ad campaign targeting just the right pain point. The truth, every cybercriminal campaign starts with this same step. A fake invoice from your CEO, a text from your bank, an urgent document from Google Docs, an Instagram DM that says, "Is this you in this video?" According to Proofpoint, over 3.4 billion phishing emails flood inboxes each day. Some are reported, but a handful, just enough, slip through. And that's all the funnel needs. If the bait is the first handshake, the nurture sequence is the conversation that follows. After the Twitter employee clicked the link, the hackers didn't immediately seize control. They waited. They watched. They responded with friendly support messages. They sent fake security alerts, check-ins, helpful instructions to verify your identity. They even offered to walk employees through extra steps, all to deepen the illusion. That's social engineering in action. A scammer who sounds like your friend, who seems to want to help you. The same playbook played out in 2023 on a far grander scale. Picture a high-rise help desk in Las Vegas. An employee, already tired, gets a call from corporate IT. The voice on the line is calm, knowledgeable, and oddly persistent. "Hey, we're running a security update. Can you help me reset your password? I can walk you through it. If the first answer is no, the scammers try again. They call back. They use names from LinkedIn. They send emails for days, chipping away at suspicion. And when the moment comes, the employee sighs, clicks, and types in new credentials. Just like that, millions of dollars locked behind a single password, now up for ransom. IBM estimates that 98% of successful cyber attacks involve human error or manipulation. And once you trust, you're just a click away from the final stage. This is where things get real. In the Twitter hack, the conversion was quick and dirty. Once inside, the hacker used Twitter's own admin panels to reset passwords, turn off security, and tweet out the Bitcoin scam from blue-checked accounts. People worldwide, seeing their heroes and idols giving away money, started sending Bitcoin. In just a few hours, the hacker made over $118,000 before most victims even realized what hit them. But in many cybercrime funnels, the conversion is even more destructive. On May 12, 2017, doctors in London's largest hospitals turned on their computers and found every file locked. A digital ransom note stared back at them. Oops, your files have been encrypted. Pay $300 in Bitcoin or lose everything. Within hours, the virus had leapt across 150 countries, crippling factories, police stations, and railways. Lives were endangered, billions were lost, all because a single user somewhere clicked the wrong link. May 2021. A ransomware email lands in the inbox of Colonial Pipeline, the artery for 45% of America's East Coast fuel. One compromised password later, and the pipeline goes dark. Panic erupts, gas lines snake through city blocks. People fill up plastic bags with gasoline. The ransom, almost $5 million, was paid, but the real cost was chaos. The conversion in a cybercriminal funnel is always painful, data stolen, and too often it all started with trust. Just like cybercriminals follow a secret funnel, building strong habits follows a clear path if you have the right blueprint. Without consistent routines, it's easy to fall into procrastination, letting distractions hijack your day just like a malicious funnel hijacks your click. That's where the Unleashing the Power of Self-Discipline worksheet comes in. Turn self-discipline from a vague goal into daily, actionable steps. Overcome procrastination before it starts. Sustain momentum even when motivation dips. Step-by-step exercises to pinpoint and dismantle your biggest distractions. Guided reflections that sharpen your focus and clarity. A simple tracking system so you can visualize progress and stay on course. Real-world examples make each exercise immediately practical. So scroll down, click the link below to download Unleashing the Power of Self-Discipline and start building unshakable habits today. You might think the story ends when the money is gone or the password is changed. But in cybercrime, the funnel never truly ends. Your data, once compromised, is now currency. Between 2013 and 2014, a series of quiet attacks on Yahoo's servers snowballed into the largest breach in history. 3 billion accounts, names, birthdays, passwords, security answers swept up and sold on the dark web. Your information, your digital self, recycled into dozens of new scams. New phishing attempts sent to your contacts, fake credit cards opened in your name, spam, robocalls, and even deepfakes access to more sensitive accounts, bank logins, health portals. The Yahoo breach wasn't a one-off. It was a fire that kept burning, spreading across the internet for years. In marketing, upsell means offering more to a happy customer. In cybercrime, it means selling your stolen data to other criminals, who in turn target you and everyone you know again and again. The funnel isn't a line, it's a loop. So who are the masterminds behind these campaigns? A lonely hacker in a hoodie, or something bigger? Deep in Russia, a group known as Evil Corps runs one of the world's largest cybercrime organizations. But don't picture shadowy figures. Think open plan offices, HR managers, payroll departments, even Employee of the Month awards. Evil Corp doesn't just hack. They offer ransomware as a service, building, testing, and leasing attack kits to anyone with a Bitcoin wallet. Their software comes with instructions, 24/7 tech support, and even how to negotiate with victims. Estimates suggest the ransomware industry, much of it powered by Evil Corp, generates over $20 billion a year. Cybercrime is no longer a lone wolf business. It's organized, scalable, and disturbingly professional. But why does it work? Why do smart people, including Twitter employees, doctors, CEOs, fall for it? Because cybercriminals don't just attack your devices, they hijack your mind. They use urgency, scarcity, and fear. They copy brands, voices, even your friends' texting style. They test their emails, a B-split like any modern marketer. They learn from what works and what doesn't. According to the UK's National Cybersecurity Centre, over 80% of attacks depend on psychology, not code. It's not about making you stupid. It's about making you human. You can't outcode the world's hackers, but you can outthink them. Next time you see an urgent message, pause. Ask, who sent this? Is this how my bank really talks to me? Where does this link actually go? Don't let curiosity, panic, or hope push you down the funnel. A moment's hesitation can save you months of chaos. As we've seen, cybercriminals exploit our trust and emotions at every turn. So sometimes our minds need a gentle escape after diving into the dark funnel you've never heard of. Endless alerts, phishing drills, and security briefings can leave you feeling drained and on edge, your brain stuck in protect mode long after you close the laptop. That's why I'm thrilled to recommend 2 calming reads on Amazon. A luxury item called Me guides you through simple self-care exercises that feel like a mini meditation, helping you pause and reclaim your worth. Just Hear Me Out is a short, emotionally rich novella that balances suspense with peaceful moments, perfect for resetting your mind. So scroll down, click the link below to grab your copies on Amazon.com and let your mind rest. Every viral scam, every data breach, every terrifying headline, it all starts with a funnel. Not a tool, but a journey. Not a hack, but a story. A story where you, me, and everyone online are all just one click away. But now you know the steps. You know how the funnel works. And knowing is the first step to freedom. So trust but verify, pause before you click, and always choose curiosity over fear.